Digital Reputation and Legacy, the PP Audit Edition. What's PPT? It is people, places, and things. What we idolize and put on a pedestal will always show up in what we finance. What we worship and where our heart lies will always show up in what we choose to protect. And what's in our heart truly will eventually show up in our text messages, our tone, and the way we speak and treat people, our spending, our tempers, what we get angry about, what we're insecure about, our time, and our calendar. Because legacy isn't just about what you post and who you have conversations with, it also shows up in what you talk about and how you talk to yourself and how you talk to others and how you treat others. It's also about what we prioritize. Hey y'all, I'm Madison Simone Chase, also known as Miss Chase. I was raised by an incredible single mom who is my biggest fan and my BFF for real. I'm also a certified celebrity personal trainer, a fitness and wellness expert, and a sports and entertainment media host. I was raised by an incredible mom and born in Fort Worth, Texas, raised in Dallas, built in Los Angeles. I trained at Juilliard with School of American Ballet, becoming the world's only three-time ESPN Miss Fitness champion, appearing in more than 450 fitness DVDs. And the first of the 450 was led by the GOAT and celebrity trainer, the original celebrity trainer, Mr. Gunnar Peterson himself, also known for training the Kardashian family. As a certified celebrity personal trainer myself, some of my most notable clients include Robert Pattinson of Twilight and Batman, Chris Tucker of Rush Hour, and Amber Riley of Glee, just to name a few. As a sports and entertainment media host, some of my favorite red carpet moments include chatting with Richard Branson, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Emma Stone, Viola Davis, Tyler Perry, Justin Baldoni, Issa Rae, and Tiana Taylor, to name a few. I share my accomplishments not out of ego, but to honor the millions of sacrifices that my mom planted so that I could blossom and flourish into the woman I am still becoming. So, if you are listening and are watching, pull up a digital chair, grab yourself a cup of hot or cold herbal tea, and welcome to my cozy home of Cut to the Chase at 8, a 15-minute micro learning moment for macro living. And I am so overjoyed that you are here because this is where you and I explore and lean into life with our lived experiences, yours and mine, where we invite lots of grace into this space because we're living in some really interesting times. We chat all about spirit, mind, and body health because that is ultimately our wealth in microdoses for macro living. Make sure you join me twice daily for just 15 minutes at 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And new episodes come out the 15th of every month. 30 new episodes are released. So we're almost at the second 30 episodes. Because these episodes are basically your 15-minute chance for your daily pause, for a cause, for clarity, wellness, grace, and intentional decision making. And giving yourself lots of grace in this space because how we start our day and how we end it matters. Each episode, my offer to you is 3 keys and 1 question to sit with and hopefully encourage you and me to give ourselves even more grace in whatever space we're in with something practical, something grounded, and something we could carry with us throughout our day. So wherever you're listening from, I want you to turn it up and tune in. And if anything you hear today pricks your heart or lights a spark, I'd love for you to subscribe and share this with someone you care about. And please leave a comment so that this becomes a dialogue and not a monologue. And leave a 5-star rating if you feel led. Now let's take a breath together. We're going to inhale for 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's lean into today's episode of Cut to the Chase at 8. We are going to cut the noise and let's get clear. Let's get ready, set, and grow and go and be great. The title for today's episode is Digital Reputation and Legacy plus a PPT, People, Places, and Things Audit. Part 1, Digital Receipts and Financial Receipts. Our telephones, our cell phones, They tell on us all the time. Our bank account tells on us. Our calendar tells on us and what's important to us. Because here's the truth. Screenshots can be shared, voicemails can be replayed, text threads can be forwarded, and bank statements don't lie. They tell the truth. And so before you and I both try to defend our character, we got to look at our patterns because our patterns are louder than our post. Which brings me to key number 1. Our digital footprint is a receipt. This includes our text messages, our voicemails, our private threads, and most importantly, our spending habits. Which brings me to part 2, the people, places, and things audit, the PPT audit. If we really want to know what's in our heart, what's important to us, and what's adjacent to what's in our heart is what we worship, we could do a PPT audit. People, here's how we could audit what's in our heart. Who gets the best of you? When you say you love this person, or you say you value this person, or you say this person is my bestie, or you say all of these things, and then how you treat them really speaks more than what you say about them. It says, do I like them? Do I care about them? Are they an enemy? Am I insecure? What's going on with me? Then who gets your time? Who are you spending time with? And are those people building you or tearing you down? And sometimes that could happen in your face or behind your back. Who gets your emotional labor? Who do you allow to pour on you and speak, pour into you or pour on you? Because there's a difference. And that is emotional labor. And then who gets your spirit and your essence and your energy when you're tired? Who gets that? And do they deserve it? Places. Where do we feel most alive? And where do we spend our weekends? And where do we escape to? And where do we avoid growth? Things. What do we spend our money on? And what's in your house? And what's in your driveway? And do we impulse buy? Are we buying and shopping and scrolling online impulsively? And then with the things that we're buying, who are we trying to impress? And do those people deserve us? Like, no one deserves, like, the first person that you should impress should be yourself. And really looking at your core values and what and or who you value. And then what do you invest in repeatedly? That shows up in your bank account, and it also shows up in tangible things, but it also shows up in your spending. So the who, the what, the when, the where, and the why of our spending is theology. And here's the thing that it reveals. It reveals your altar. It reveals the thing that you're putting on a pedestal. Because worship is not just singing in church. It's not just going to sit in a pew in church. It's not just what you say on Sundays or in Bible study. Worship is centering. And what we're centered in and what we're focused on becomes our spending. Key number 2, what we worship is revealed by where we spend our time, our money, our energy, and where we allow our spirits to go. Part number 3, don't let a season become your identity. One hard year is not your identity. It's not who God has purposed in driving you to become. One emotional voicemail is not your identity. One fallout with a frenemy is not your identity. One messy season is not your identity and who God is calling you to be. But repeating patterns, they become reputation, and reputation becomes legacy. So detoxing what we put on a pedestal, what we worship, and analyzing really what's in our heart is the most important thing, because the heart speaks and the heart receives. And so detox what we finance, and detox what we defend, and detox who has access to you. Because your heart will always speak and your life will amplify it. Which brings me to key number 3. A moment is not your identity, but your patterns reveal your priorities. Our reflection question for this episode: if my PPT audit, my people, places, and things audit, exposed my real worship, what would it say about my heart? So before you go, let's revisit our 3 keys. Your digital footprint is a receipt. This includes text messages, voicemails, private threads, and spending habits. What we worship is revealed by where we spend our time, our money, and emotional energy. And key number 3, a moment is not your identity, but your patterns reveal your priorities and what's in your heart. And then our one question to sit with: if my people, places, and things audit expose my real worship, what would that say about my heart? What would it say about who I am and or who I want to become? Because here's the truth about our audit. We could say that we are healed. We could say that we're working on ourselves. We could say that we're believers. We could say that we are moving in a space that shares and shows that we're working on ourselves and that we're healing ourselves. But the truth is, if your life isn't changing, and if you aren't speaking to yourselves in a positive way, because how you speak to yourself is how you speak to others. What you believe about yourself is what you believe about others. And so that becomes our truth. And sometimes looking in the mirror at our truth can be a hard place for us to sit. So what you and I believe in our hearts is truly what we believe. So if today's episode offered you clarity, insight, or even a pause for a cause you didn't know you needed, and if there's anything that I shared that pricked your heart or lit a spark, I'd love for you to subscribe and follow me on YouTube and LinkedIn and Instagram and Facebook. And share this with someone you care about. And or please leave a comment so that this becomes a dialogue and not a monologue. And if you feel led, a 5-star rating, because it will help this space to grow and reach others who may need it. And before we close, I want to extend 2 gentle invitations. One is joining a free Facebook group. It's called It's Her Circle, and I know that there are some men who listen, and because there will be, it's her circle and it's his circle. And depending on when men join, it will change into it's hers and his circle. And also, if you feel led and you want to support this podcast financially, you could do so by joining C3. C3 is the Chasers Choice Champions. Chasers Champions Circle. And you could donate any amount per month. I think $3 up to $10. It's up to you and whatever you feel led in doing. And I'd love for you to consider becoming a member of the Chasers Champions Circle founding member, because founding members in this foundational community will eventually build and grow together with like-minded people, and everybody is welcomed. But of course, there are going to be questions and there are going to be boundaries, because if we have boundaries in real life, we will certainly have boundaries in a community, especially a digital community that will sometimes get together and meet in real life. And so this is a foundational community for people who are like-minded, who want to build and grow and support each other. So again, thank you for joining me here twice a day for our daily 15-minute microdose for macro living. Let's close with one breath together. We're going to inhale for 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll see you tomorrow at 8 a.m. and again at 8 p.m. Central. It's Madison Simone Chase, and this is Cut to the Chase. We are ready, set to go and grow. Let's be clear and let's be great. Blessings to you and yours. Until tomorrow.